INNOTORIA Tower Defense, the indie tower defense game that has you controlling a plethora of units, aka towers, against endless waves of deadly and cute creatures along the way. Gameplay wise, INNOTORIA was a game that was simple to use and maneuver through, with good tutorials at the start to help guide you. The game seems very easy at first, especially with the art style and the characters that you fight, but it quickly ramps up and becomes a challenge, making you think twice about what units to place on the battlefield to best counter your enemies. Now, the game sets itself apart from a lot of tower defense games by having you pick out actual units as your towers. You have your basic warrior units that attack your ground enemies, but there's also your mage, archer, and toolboy, each of which you can use to further upgrade to diversify your attacks and range. In addition, there's also heroes and pets you can pick before the match starts to add unique special abilities that you can use in the heat of battle when enemies are getting crazy. The gameplay isn't perfect, however. There were a few moments when the level didn't load correctly, causing you to restart the entire game and loading the level back up in order to play through it. There were also times where during the game where the units would stop attacking entirely after a wave, allowing the enemies to go right past all of your enemies, which sucks when you're midway in a long battle and have to restart the entire level over when you're so close to beating it the first time. On the replay side, there's a good amount of replay value in the game that will keep you coming back. There's two modes currently available, story and free play mode. As you can guess, the free play mode is more of a survival mode where you can see how long you can last, which is a good diversion when you want a quick challenge or bored in story mode. In story mode, you have a bunch of different levels to go through that include some unique tower defense like stages, along with boss battles. There's also different difficulty settings as well, so if you need a challenge, you can always ramp it up, or you can go back to some of the higher settings after you beat the game on normal mode. On top of that, there's a shop and achievement unlocks which you can use to get new pets and heroes to use in battle. In the fun department, INNOTORIA was a blast of a game that was surprisingly challenging and had a good amount of depth. The game does have some hiccups, but those aren't enough to deter you from coming back for another round. After calculating the scores, INNOTORIA gets a 2 out of 3.